Hi, welcome to this session on vector calculus, where we'll be walking through in this episode a couple of questions on dot product and cross product. We're going to start with three very simple vectors with numerical values attached. For our first question, we're going to find the magnitude of vector A, the dot product of A and B, and then A and C, and then finally an example running through how to do a cross product calculation. Let's get started. First, looking for the magnitude of A, let us recap what a vector is, which is a quantity with both magnitude and direction. So just drawing an arbitrary picture, we can see by breaking down the components of A on the x, y, z axes that the length of A is just the square root of the sum of the square of its components. For the next part of our first question, we're going to find the dot product of A and B and run through a demonstration. So follow me through on this one, and then I will ask you to pause the video slightly later on and attempt the same thing for finding the dot product of A and C. So an important thing to remember about the dot product is that it is a scalar result. And what you do to find it is add together the product of the I component, that's the first component, of A and B, plus the J component of A and B, plus the K component of A and B. So as demonstration, that's the first component of A and B, plus the second component of A and B, plus the third component of A and B. And of course, it's a scalar. Always double check. Now, a little extra, in this instance, this answer equals 0, and that means something a bit special. That means that vectors A and B are in fact perpendicular to each other. And I'll explain why that is just a little later on in the video. For now, if you want to get the most out of the video, pause it and give yourself the chance to run through the dot product of vector A and vector C. So let's check the answers. Of course, it's the first component of A times the first component of C, then same again for second component and the third component. Now for the final thing to find this question is the cross product of vector A and vector C. Now this is done a little bit differently. The cross product calculates a new vector that is perpendicular to the original two in three-dimensional space. You start by drawing a box matrix and listing in it the I, J, and K components of both vectors. A goes on the top and C goes on the bottom. You then have to draw out the determinant boxes, remembering the signage of the components. It's positive I, negative J, and then positive K. Now let's fill in the determinant boxes. Consider the I determinant. In your mind, cross out the numbers in the main box that lie in the I hat column. The numbers that are left, in this case 2, 7, 8, and 0, are the figures you pop in the I hat determinant box. For the J determinant, we cross out the J hat column, and then for K, we cross out the K hat column. Now we take the determinants of each of those determinant boxes there. What you do, at least for a two-dimensional determinant such as this, is draw a cross, doing the backslash first and taking the product of those two numbers, and then minusing, in a forward slash, the other side of the x, the product of the other two components. You then repeat this for the determinants of the j hat and the k hat, but remembering the negative signage of the j hat, and remembering to keep the I hat, j hat, and k hat notation because the cross product returns a vector. For the second question, we're going to find the angle between A and B, which you do by this identity. the dot product of A and B equals the magnitude of A and B times cos theta. But this is a little bit of a trick question, since earlier we already discovered the dot product of A and B, and it was 0. And that means that the angle between the two has to be 90 degrees, because cos of 90 degrees is 0. And we can see at a glance that the magnitude of A and B is not going to be 0. Alright, that concludes this video on dot and cross product. Next video we'll be touching on parametric equations. See you there.